Today I'm going to tell about how to create shadows. We had done the basic painting here. So we start creating the shadows now. So before doing the shadows, I'll complete this tree. For this, I'll add black in my brown. That could be um, burnt sienna. In burnt sienna, add little black to give a darker shade and start applying it. Because this is the place where the sunlight is not reaching. So just very carefully now start filling these gaps. Like this. You see how suddenly it has started looking three-dimensional. Not much work done, but still. Shadows is what, this is the best part. They create lovely three dimensions in a painting. So now what I'll do is merge this extra line and this side as well. There should not be too many hard edges. For creating shadows here, I'll use blue, add a tinge of red. It will darken it a little. Yes, so this is the color. Now we start doing the shadow here. Remember, while doing shadows, you have to use it in one go, your brush, like this. Don't do it on the upper part now. This blue area that we painted yesterday, you preserve it for the time being and follow the very carefully, like because see, shadow is just the light which is not able to cross an object forms a shadow. So shadow will have a particular shape depending upon whose shadow it is. So you see, I take enough water and color in my brush so that I don't have to keep dipping it when I'm doing a shadow. That's a very important part. We should be able to cover it in one go to a great extent. Of course, you can always take it later. So basically this is the shadow of the roof above, which is falling on this. That's why I kept it white. Now the shadow of this structure, it is coming till here. Also, when you do shadow, remember, don't be scared of putting this contrasting color. Sometimes what happens is we get scared of putting colors thinking that it's too dark, but that will spoil the beauty of this painting. So to create a contrast, what we did was we kept the houses very light. See, the artist has done this. I'm just redoing it for you. It is from a book. So you see the contrast between the dark and the light is what enhances it. So always remember, against anything light there should be a dark, and against anything dark there should be something light. Now I'll create a shadow on this of the tree. So it begins from here. For this I'll take an extra dark shade because it won't be visible on the green part. Okay, so I am taking an extra dark shade. Okay, so we begin by making the tree like this. Straight shadows. Remember, the shadows have to be straight till here, this area. But when you come to this part, make it vertical. This will help show us that this part is vertical. Remember that. That's a very important part of this. And then again straight. See, so what a beautiful 3 dimension it gives when we create the shadows like this. And now take it up, like according to, you have to follow the shape of the building that you are creating. You can't just do it like I want to do it like this. No, you have to follow the science of shadow, what you all must have studied during your school. Remember that there is a lot of science behind the shadows. Follow that. We just cannot do it blindly wherever we feel like. We have to follow this pattern. So as we come down, it is, see, horizontal, then you make it vertical like this to show you again. I like this particular painting a lot because I like the simplicity of the painting, but at the same time it teaches us so much. Believe me, if you want to teach your child about science, introduce them to art. I, being a science student, use a lot of these techniques while teaching also, and while I'm making also. So now what I'll do is make this shadow now, the shadow of the roof. So what happens, the trees, the shadow of the trees will now be, mixed in it, and it'll look nice. Similarly this side. Okay, see how nice the shadow is looking. So I'll just fill this particular area. This shadow is of the tree, so the branches, and somewhere you have to leave the white gap because this shows the leaves. So in between the leaves there is some sunlight coming, that we have to show by keeping these gaps. This area also, because shadow is falling on it, so we just cover this. In spite of using a dark color, you notice that there is still a lot of transparency here. Now take a very thin wash and just cover it here, so that the white of the door is still visible. Once it dries, you come to know that it's a white shadow. Now the interesting part is making the shadow on this other wall. Here the direction will change again according to the shape. Now the building we have to show is the other part, the part which is hidden, so we can't keep it straight. We have to show it is going like this. So like if you do it till here and then you turn it, go till here and then turn it like this. Now what I'll do is, have to show shadow on the roof also. I'll make it little more dark. So you see how we'll show the shadow, like we show it till here and again we'll make it vertical, so the shape becomes clear. The shape of this roof becomes clear. And see how I create the shadows. See how the lines are being created. You can keep it on a repeat mode and check. Shadow is such an important part of painting that you have to practice it a lot. And the most important tip I can give you is, don't be scared while painting shadows. Because if you are scared, you'll never be able to paint shadows. Scared of spoiling your painting, because lot of time it happens when I tell people to make shadow, they think that they are spoiling their painting, which is, they make something and they say, how can I put dark colors over it? But this is why you put it. Then there are few shadows here as well, something which is not seen in the painting, but it is there. Maybe some other trees are there. So to show that, I'm doing little darker thing on the other side. So the basic aim of painting this particular one is to teach you the shadows, because it is an extremely important part of painting. First I'll correct this shape. Seems to look no, it was not looking straight to me, so I'll come to this part later. With a thinner brush, I'll add few more shadows like this. Don't take them over the railing, because the railing is in front, so don't take over the railing, it is going back on the wall. Remember that. So don't put it on the railing, otherwise the railing will go back. To show distance, these are the tricks that you have to remember. The way we did here, similarly few shadows are to be created haphazardly. Don't make them too at equal space, and all that will make it look really bad. So I'll request everybody to watch the videos carefully. After doing the shadow, I'll come back to the tree now, because yesterday I left adding darker shades of green here. So I'll take a darker shade, I'll add blue to the vanadium green to create a darker color of green, little bit of black. You see, once the painting is dry, it's easier to put these colors, the finishing touches, otherwise they'll keep getting mixed in the previous color. So there are certain things you have to do while the painting is still wet, while in some you have to wait for it to dry completely. So sometimes you don't just try to finish a painting in one go. You can take a break, come later. And just see, I don't cover the one which is already done, otherwise the whole beauty of the painting is lost. I'll add few more leaves here, because I have shown shadow here, so I need to justify I'll increase the tree till here. So because you can't have a shadow, no, if there is no object, so you can't have a shadow, so I'm adding that. Like this. Okay. I come back to the shadows again and do few which I didn't. Now in the lower part, you see, this and this shadow should not combine, like this. Okay, now this side again change in the shadow so that this gives a 3 dimension. Now this must be dry, so I'll create a shadow here over this of the roof above and few like this. You know, this is the part people are scared of, that how can I suddenly make it so dark. But you know, this is how we learn. Otherwise, if we are too scared of creating shadows, it's difficult for us to understand. There are certain things we highlight again even after creating the shadows. Remember that. So all those places where we have already done the shadow, we start doing the touch up again. So the process is you paint, make the shadow, do the touch up again. So this is still wet. I'll give it a break and show the final touches in my next video.